Hey YouTube, Southwest252 here with another video, and this time I'll be reviewing and comparing the NG models and Gemini jets Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Tennessee 1 livery. But before I get into the review, I would just like to say I'd really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram, and the link for that is in the description below. So this one on the left is the NG models version, the one on the right is the Gemini jets version. I'm going to start off with the box of the Gemini Jets version. You can check out the full review of the NG Models version with the link in the description. So here in the top left, you have the Gemini Jets logo, made for collectors by collectors. In the middle, you have the computer-generated image of this aircraft, Boeing 737-800 Southwest. On the bottom of the box, you have those features which you can pause and read. And on the left side of the box, you have Gemini Jets Southwest 737-800, 1/400 scale diecast model. The item number is GJSWA2185. And on the top of the box, it does say adult collectible model. Warning, contains small parts, unsuitable for children under 14 years of age. And the right side is the same as the left side. On the back of the box, you have the as rails against features, which you can pause and read. Don't forget to check out the Gemini Jets social media. Officially licensed Boeing's and Southwest products, and this is a 2023 Gemini Jets release. That's all for the box. Now for the models. So the right one is the Gemini Jets version, and the left one is the NG models version. I'm actually going to pull the Gemini Jets one forward a little bit. So right off the start, you can tell that the NG models version is very slightly darker red. The Gemini Jets one, a little bit light, but I think both of them can be acceptable because the real aircraft under different lighting conditions can look a little different. So not really too much of a bigger complaint there. The blue, the Gemini Jets one is very slightly lighter. I think the Gemini Jets one is actually more accurate in this case. So that's better on the Gemini version. And then the yellow on the tails, they're pretty much the exact same, so no difference there. That's it for the coloring. I'll pull the NG models one aside, and the Gemini Jets version is what I'll be going into the review about. And right away, you can tell that there's something funky going on down there by those cockpit windows, or the whole nose section, I really should say, because right at the top of the cockpit all the way down to the nose is pretty much one straight line. I don't know why their mold is cut like this for this model. It obviously very poor quality control there. And the cockpit windows look slanted upwards too, so very disappointed to see that. Then you have your nose gear. The whole thing's a bit chunky. It does say 8620, that's the fleet number on the gear doors. You have your L1 door there with the heart livery, or heart logo right next to it. It's kind of hard to tell. One thing that the Gemini version does have better than the NG version is you can see a very faint outline right here of a window. That's how Southwest has it. They have that window blocked, so it should be very... there shouldn't be a window there really, but the NG models version does have that window. You can see how it's this window is much closer to the heart logo. It should not be like that. The Gemini Jets one does have a one up there as well. Now back on the Gemini Jets version, you move towards the center. You've got the stars, the white stars, and the blue background for that part of the Tennessee flag. You have an antenna on top there. The NG models version has all the antennas. The Gemini Jets version only has two that are both on the top. So that's one where NG has them beat. You have your emergency escape routes and doors over the wings. You've got your red flap fairings. You've got your split scimitar winglets, which the winglets and the wings kind of look a little thin to me, especially on this side. Not quite sure what's going on there. And also, you do have major wing flex there. Very disappointing to see that once again on a Gemini Jets model. And then on the engines, you have the blue and red separated by the white cheat line. That's the outside view. Here is the inside view. Then you move towards the back. You've got a Wi-Fi dome on top. All the way at the back, you have the registration, which is November 8620 Hotel. You've got the fleet number 8620 to the top left of that rear door. You have the Southwest heart livery special tail, and then the blue section on the fuselage. And the whole rear section of the plane, kind of to the right of that antenna, kind of looks sloped upwards a little bit. Not quite sure what's going on. The tail piece doesn't look like, or the vertical stabilizer part of the tail looks like it wasn't fully set in, but also just the mold itself looks like it's kind of bent upwards a little bit. So this quality control of this model is very, very disappointing, just to say the least. On the right side, you have a cargo luggage door right to the bottom right of the blue circle, and then to the bottom right of the registration there as well in the back. So here is the front view of this aircraft. You can really see the wing flex here, especially on that right wing, which is on the left side of the screen here. There's the right side. There's the rear view. Here's the left side. There's the top view. And the bottom. So up by the nose, nose cone again is painted on. It has 8620. Sorry, not 8620, just 800 for 737-800 up by the nose cone. Then on the gear doors, again, is where it says 8620. There's your nose gear. Again, all the gears are rubber and do roll. You move towards the center, you've got the blue and the white stars. You've got the red again with the stand hole in it, the main gear, the Gemini Jets logo underneath the engines and wings. You move all the way to the back, you've got the tail scraper, the doors for the APU, and the APU itself all the way in the back. So I've already rated the NG Models version. You can go check out the review for that rating. But the Gemini Jets version, there's no other way to put it than it's awful. I would not recommend it at all. If you can still find the NG Models version, I would highly recommend that one over the Gemini Jets version. There's just too many quality control issues with the mold. The mold itself wasn't even done right, which they can't even get that. Not even just placing in the wings or stabilizer or anything, but the actual mold itself for the fuselage is warped and misshapen. So that's very, very poor quality control on Gemini Jets' part. So for all of that, this model is getting only half of the potential points. It's getting a 15 out of 30. It's just completely awful, and there's no other way to put it. And that's going to be it for this review and comparison. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. And once again, I would really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram, and the link for that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
We would like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700 series aircraft. You're looking at the Southwest Airlines bestseller. It's a safety information card. It's in the seat pocket in front of you. It works as a fan for no extra charge. You're welcome. And it reads as a comic book. It has a lot of short stories. None of them ends well. Absolutely.